What is good, defenders, and welcome to episode 378 of the most LAFC podcast on earth. This is Defenders of the Bank. And of course, to all of our new viewers out in South Korea, welcome. Very, very happy to have all of you. And of course, this one was a big one as Son Heung-min getting his first start in an LAFC kit. It is the white away kit with the little half collar there. William, good evening. Good evening to everybody else in the chat. It was a fun one in Boston. Of course, the house that Tom Brady built, Gillette Stadium. And I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Justin Ruderman, who brought up Tom Brady unsolicited on Kicking the Reel, Andy Diosa's podcast. If you guys aren't following our buddy Andy Diosa out there on Kicking the Reel, make sure that you do as well. Justin Ruderman, a fantastic interview, and bringing up Tom Brady for no reason. So you guys know I love that one, near and dear to my heart. It was a fun one, like we said, out at Foxborough Gillette Stadium, as LAFC traveled to Gillette for the first time since 2019. And all we did was do exactly what we've done against the Revolution the last couple of times. It was a shutout victory and a good one. Caleb Porter, any team that he has coached, has still yet to score against LAFC. This was his third chance, his third bite at the cherry, as my buddy Max Bredos would say. Let's get into the match in just a little bit. Want to remind you all, if you are tuning into Defenders of the Bank for the first time, we do a full recap show the day after every single match. If it's a weekday match, we usually go on at 9 p.m. If it's a Saturday match, we usually try to go on at 9 in the morning. However, I've been a little under the weather. I've been super sick since I got back from Chicago. Trying to get everything in full working order. So that's why we went on a little bit later. Philly is back from his vacation in beautiful Cabo, Mexico. But Philly's back. Lafferty working today. So it's a solo scarf endeavor on this one. I think we'll have Philly back for the next episode, which will be absolutely fantastic. My partner in pod enjoying a wonderful birthday. I think it was his 79th birthday that he was celebrating out there in Cabo. And again, I want to thank everybody for being a part of the episode, for joining us, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, Twitter, however it is that you access your Defenders of the Bank content. We so appreciate you. Head on over to defendersofthebank.com. Click on the store. Maybe you want to buy a t-shirt or something for us too. That would be really cool. Henry says 14 more sleeps until Son's home debut. Yeah, it's coming up quickly. One more match on the road against Dallas next weekend, the 23rd. And then, of course, the match against San Diego FC. Son is going to have his Los Angeles debut against the number one team in the Western Conference. And as of right now, the number one team in the Supporters Shield race. What an incredible inaugural season for San Diego FC. More on all of that in a little bit. This is really interesting. It's the United We Play warm-up top that I decided to buy. I kind of liked the colors. It was cool. I don't like anything that's slim fit, by the way. But this, unfortunately, along with all of the things that Adidas has made over the last couple of seasons, slim fit. But I kind of like the warm-up top. I like the colors. It's a warm-up top, so it is what it is, right? Obviously, black and gold is what we wear, but the warm-up tops are where MLS likes to switch things up a little bit. This one, as MLS said in their press release, this United We Play warm-up top celebrates the rich diversity of the league, united all together over one common passion. The United We Play top reminds us to celebrate diversity alongside the 80-plus countries represented on MLS pitches. The top praises what over the past 30 years has become the most diverse professional soccer league in the world. Very interesting. So that's why I'm wearing this. Before we get into our usual suspects, this day in LAFC history and news and notes, the Drew Carey Show or The Price is Right. Drew, I'm going with The Price is Right on this one. We have Drew Carey in the chat, and I'll post the question just so everybody doesn't think I'm crazy talking to Drew Carey for no reason, I would go with Price is Right, Drew. I grew up watching that show with Bob Barker, so now happy to have you as the steward for that show as well. Welcome to the chat, Drew Carey. Ruben, thank you. Yep, we've got the scarf wall back in full effect. I want to get on a soapbox here for just a second because I was trying to figure out why there are all these different stats inconsistencies. If you go to FOTMob or if you go to Transfer Market or if you go to MLSsoccer.com, I've got to line up with everybody else in the world. In fact, Forbes magazine put out an article about this in 2021 as I was doing some research. MLS, if we're going to bring people like Lionel Messi into the league and Luis Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul and, oh, by the way, Son Heung-min and Gareth Bale and Giorgio Chiellini and Hugo Lloris and Olivier Giroud and all these other massive stars from around the world, stars that get eyeballs onto your league, we have to get rid of the secondary assist. Major League Soccer, Don Garber. I know you're a big fan of the podcast. We know you watch. Thank you for watching. Don Garber, listen, it's time to let go of the secondary assist. It's one of the last truly ridiculously American things that we are holding on to here in Major League Soccer. If we are going to go and switch our schedule so that we line up with the European calendar at some point, with the 5 leagues that everybody takes seriously and the other 45 leagues in the world that everybody else is trying to take seriously, if we really want to be considered a top professional league, I know it's silly, but we got to get our stats correct. And I think it's time to get rid of the secondary assist. No other league in the world, FIFA doesn't use a secondary assist. All the top leagues in the world don't use a secondary assist. And yes, it looks cool on the back of your Topps MLS soccer card. I'm all for, helping out stats. But you know what? Have a second category. Just call them secondary assists. Take them out of the assist category. Make a second category for it. We can call it that. We can call it is what it is. But it is absolutely ridiculous that in Major League Soccer, we are still using the secondary assist. As much as I love Nathan Ordaz's pass to Son Heung-min before the goal at the end of the match by Mathieu Chonier, I love Nathan Ordaz. I would love Nathan Ordaz to get credit for a secondary assist on that. And if you call them secondary assists, everybody knows what you're talking about. Okay, he made the pass, which led to the pass, which led to the goal. Call them that. But please, Don Garber, MLS, Topps, Fanatics, whoever has to get together. Fanatics owns Topps, by the way. Whoever has to get together to make this happen, please get rid of the secondary assist. Let's make our league a serious league in every way that we can. Please get rid of the secondary assist. That's me on my soapbox. I don't have a Philly to banter with right now. I miss my partner in pod. I miss my brother. Lafferty's working today. So you get me going on a little bit of a rant about the secondary assist. And that's what I'm doing. I think the secondary assist is a ridiculous thing. Let's call it what it is, a secondary assist. Make a new column for it, and go back and fix all of the records, by the way. That would be really cool. We got all the games on tape from 96 to 2025, folks. Go back and fix the records. Let's make it happen. We see Major League Baseball updating their records all the time. We see the NBA updating their records all the time when they brought in the ABA, all kinds of other stuff. I'm just saying, get rid of that secondary assist. I sound super nasally, and I don't feel like I can get super loud or be myself right now. I'm doing the best thing I can. But that being said, I'm telling you guys, I'm just over this whole secondary assist thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's get into it. This day in LAFC history and our news. Our news is pretty impressive, I got to say. But let's talk about this day in LAFC history. If you are watching us live, it is August 17th, 2025, the day after the match at Foxborough. It is August 17th that we will look at on this day in LAFC history. Let's travel all the way back to our second season, 2019, August 17th. And it's time to talk about another 2-0 win on the road. And this was a big one as LAFC traveled to Rio Tinto Stadium in beautiful Sandy, Utah to take on Real Salt Lake. We win 2-0 in Sandy, Utah. A penalty kick goal from Carlos Vela and an 82nd minute goal from Adama Diomande as both clubs are playing 10v10. Walker Zimmerman earning 2 yellow cards in just 48 minutes. And with that win back on August 17th in 2019, LAFC clinched a playoff berth all the way back August 17th, 2019. Carlos Vela also broke the record for most goal contributions in a season, 39 goal contributions. At that point in the season, he would go on to net 10 more goal contributions before the end of the year, wound up on 49, of course, with 34 goals, 15 assists. That is this day in LAFC history, all the way back on August 17, 2019. In news and notes, turns out Son Heung-min is the highest selling, best selling, most selling jersey in sports since his signing. Yes, not in MLS, not in soccer, but in sports. More than Lionel Messi, of course, more than LeBron James or Shohei Ohtani or anybody else out there that Fanatics produces. It has been estimated that he has already sold 500,000 LAFC jerseys across all platforms. He is the most popular jersey in the world, according to Fanatics, which is absolutely unbelievable to think that LAFC currently has the highest selling jersey in the world. We didn't see this with Gareth Bale. We didn't see this with Giorgio Chiellini. We didn't see this with Olivier Giroud. We didn't see this with Denis Bouanga. Yes, Carlos Vela had the highest selling jersey in MLS for a couple different seasons in a row. But unbelievable to think this is a global icon in Son Heung-min, who has now come over to ply his talents for LAFC. So congrats to Son. I'm sure he gets a piece of all of that. I'm sure it was negotiated. Congrats to LAFC. I know Pat has had a huge hand in all of this stuff, along with a lot of other people in and around the club. So congrats to all of them on an incredible achievement. I know that it's really helping put LAFC on the global map in a way that maybe an MLS club hasn't been able to do since a player like David Beckham or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, obviously Lionel Messi. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that Son Heung-min is the #1 selling jersey in sports across the world right now. Let's do a quick check-in on LAFC 2 since I was last here on the podcast. LAFC 2 lost their game against Tacoma Defiance 4-2, and that one an unfortunate one as Adrian Wabowo put LAFC 2 up 2-0, but it was all downhill from there in Tacoma as they put 4 past LAFC 2 in the second half. It was a rough defeat for those boys for sure out at Starfire, which will always be the place that I will think of as the train going by as Hugo Lloris is making a save there in Tacoma, Washington, the choo-choo train making its noises as it goes by, and Hugo Lloris playing in goal right behind it. That was a lot of fun. But then again, LAFC 2 played again today on August 17th, and it is indeed Kickaball Pod joining us right there in the chat. Appreciate your timing. Defeating Real Monarchs in Utah 1-0 behind Tommy Mihailik's 25th minute strike. It was all LAFC 2 needed. Tommy Mihailik, of course, getting a couple of call-ups recently on short-term contracts right before we brought Son in. And, of course, we're waiting on Ryan Porteous to get all his paperwork in order. Obviously, Matthew Chonier, more about him. That's awfully fun. Matthew Chonier opening his account as well. Those are the 3 big signings during the transfer window. Cabral Carter, by the way, with 2 saves in the clean sheet victory against Real Monarchs. Next match is at home for LAFC 2 on Thursday, August 21st against Whitecaps 2 at Titan Stadium, 7 o'clock on Thursday. So if you guys don't have any plans Thursday night, head on out to Titan Stadium. Check out LAFC 2. You can see Adrian Wabowo, Tommy Mihailik, Cabral Carter, and all the other star players for LAFC 2. It's a lot of fun to head out to Titan Stadium. And of course, as a reminder for all your Angel City needs, be sure to listen to the Angel City Chicks and follow at Angel City Chicks on your social media platform. Just real quick to answer this question by DeCoog. Cougar, I believe the San Diego FC match is still TBD as of right now in terms of a start time. Still TBD. We'll talk about more about that in a little bit. All right, LAFC against the Revolution, August 16th, the day after what would have been my dad's 83rd birthday. Dad, I'll be thinking of you every time I put on that 83 jersey that I wear a little bit more often. I think about you all the time every day, but happy 83rd birthday on the 15th to my dad. Miss you and love you so, so much. So LAFC takes on the Revolution August 16th. It is regular season match number 24 for LAFC on the season, number 26 for the Revolution. And LAFC come into the match in 5th place, 10, 6, and 7 on the year. 37 points going into the match, 41 goals, 30 allowed for a plus 11 margin. 5th place, like I said, in the West. And for the Revolution, they come in 11th place with 11 losses on the season, 7 wins, 7 draws to go with those 11 losses, 28 points to put them 11th in the East. And of course, that's with 33 goals scored, but only 35 allowed. Not great in terms of the differential at -2. This is the 4th meeting between the two sides. New England Revolution have never beaten LAFC, and of course, they would stay unbeaten. LAFC would against the Revolution in this one, heading into this match with 2 wins and 1 draw in 3 lifetime meetings. And the only other time we played them at Gillette, we beat them as well. The last time LAFC played New England Revolution, it was at BMO Stadium, week 3 of 2023, and it was a 4-0 beatdown. 4-0 beatdown. 2 goals and 1 assist for Denis Bouanga, 1 goal and 1 assist for Timothy Tillman. Tillman didn't quite have a great game in this one, but he was fine. Denis Bouanga really didn't have a good game in this one, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Player availability for this one, no surprise for LAFC, as Maxime Chanot, Lorenzo Delavalle, Aaron Long, and Jeremy Bobasi all out in this one. And if we're keeping track of yellow card accumulation, please do, because Ryan Hollingshead and Sergi Palencia both on yellow card accumulation watch. But if they can continue to play enough games on good behavior, eventually the yellow card accumulation goes away. And I'm happy to say in this match, neither Ryan Hollingshead or Sergi Palencia picked up a yellow card. So nothing to worry about there. And I'm going to take a sip of this yerba mate. For the New England Revolution, everybody was available, and it doesn't matter who's on yellow card accumulation for them because we don't care about the game after that for the Revolution. So there you go. Head coach Caleb Porter in his 2nd season. It has been a rough go of it for Caleb Porter with the Revolution. He was very, very good at his time with Columbus Crew and very good with his time at Portland Timbers. 159 wins, 143 losses, 106 draws in his MLS coaching career, but just 22 wins, 36 losses, and 12 draws, just 22 wins in 70 matches overall. And LAFC would do nothing to help that. And he has been a -38 with the Revolution. And of course, the big stat for Caleb Porter, he coached against LAFC twice while he was having all that success with the Columbus Crew, and lost both of those matches 3-0 and 2-0. So no Caleb Porter side has ever scored against LAFC, and that holds true through this game. Drew Carey says, I like glass noodles. What's your favorite dish? Scarf. Look, I'm Italian, so I'll take any pasta anytime. But here's a little quick fun one. Just went to King's Hawaiian restaurant down in Torrance, and they had this short rib udon noodle dish that was really, really good. I had a short rib udon noodle dish out at King's Hawaiian, which is, I believe, udon is my favorite noodle. If you had to have me pick, thank you, Ruben, on the love for the haircut. If you had to have me pick a noodle, it was the beef bulgogi. That's what it was. It was bulgogi. It wasn't short rib. The beef bulgogi udon dish down at King's Hawaiian restaurant down in Torrance. Absolutely fantastic. That's a free plug for King's Hawaiian. But hey, King's Hawaiian, if you want to sponsor Defenders of the Bank, just hit us up. We will gladly be sponsored by King's Hawaiian. I eat your rolls enough anyway. So that'd be fantastic. Used to go to the restaurant down in Torrance all the time. Went back there to celebrate Dad's birthday on that one. So there was that. All right, so let's talk about the formation that New England comes out in, a 4-2-3-1. And in preparation for this match, I kind of like what the New England Revolution did. What they did before the match, and we're talking August 14th, so a couple of days before the match, they waived two big-time veterans that they brought over to the club in Maxi Urruti and Luis Diaz. We know about Maxi Urruti from his time, especially with Austin. He played very, very well against LAFC during his time at Austin. Maxi Urruti and Luis Diaz, longtime member of the Columbus Crew, somebody that Caleb Porter brought over because he was very familiar in coaching him. They waived both of those veterans prior to the match against LAFC, kind of signaling to the young kids on New England Revolution they're going to get a little bit more playing time. And I thought that worked really well for players the likes of Alhassan Yusuf, who I thought played really well, Ignatius Ganago, who I thought played really well. Luca Mangione is going to get plenty of playing time now. They got a 17-year-old kid that we'll talk about. But either way, waiving those two veterans is a real signal from Caleb Porter. He's trying to do whatever it takes right now to keep his job. So that's a big move. Those are two big moves by the New England Revolution. They come out in their 4-2-3-1. And of course, the big story in the transfer window was goalkeeper Matt Turner coming back over to New England Revolution. He left in 2022. And here's what a lot of people don't know about Matt Turner. While Matt Turner didn't get a ton of playing time, and we're talking, by the way, when he left, he went to Arsenal and then Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and he is now on loan for New England Revolution from Liga 1, French League One side Lyon, Olympique Lyon. He obviously hasn't played a match for Lyon yet, but he played a little bit for Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Crystal Palace. Over the course of 2022 to 2025, he only played in 32 matches overall. 32 matches. Really didn't get a ton of playing time and was really worried about his spot on the 2026 U.S. men's national team. And I think he has something to worry about for sure with that, with Zach Steffen playing as well as he is, with Matt Freese playing very, very well as well. What we've seen from him has been really good. But he actually played better for those teams against much, much, much better competition than he played for the New England Revolution. And how do I determine whether or not he played better? Let's just look at clean sheet percentage, right? Clean sheet percentage, I know it's just one stat. It doesn't really tell a complete picture. But the guy played 122 matches for New England Revolution before he left, had a clean sheet percentage of just 22%, and yet he goes over to Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Crystal Palace, where he's playing against much better competition, and he has a clean sheet percentage of 28%. So he was actually performing better against better teams, even if he was only playing in FA Cup matches and secondary competition. You got to think those teams are still better than what a lot of MLS clubs are putting out there week in and week out. So congrats to him. And in fact, both of the matches that he's played in since coming back to MLS have now been 2-0 matches. His first match was a 2-0 win a shutout against DC United. He needed 3 saves for the clean sheet against them. And of course, a 2-0 loss now that he plays against a real team in LAFC. And Fluffhead with the Bachman Turner overdrive reference with the Matt Turner overdrive. I like it. Very, very good. Don't forget, Matt Turner was also the 2021 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year, which is what was the springboard for him to go to Europe. On the back line for New England Revolution, Peyton Miller, the 17-year-old American who is going to be a force to reckon with on the outside. I really enjoyed watching this young kid, Peyton Miller, play. Just 17 years old. Very, very, very good. The rest of the back line, Mamadou Fofana, who had an excellent first half, marking both Son Heung-min and Denis Bouanga. Brian Ceballos and Ile Feingold, who was like my diamond in the rough on our One More Sleep series. If you are joining us for the first time, we also do a match preview show the night before every single match, usually right around 9 o'clock the night before every single match Pacific time. We do a preview episode. It's called One More Sleep. And he was my like diamond in the rough. I just hear Phil right now in my head, diamond in the rough, diamond in the rough. I miss you, buddy. I can't wait till you're back on here. Ile Feingold, 3 goals, 4 assists in MLS play this season, the Israeli right back. In the midfield, Al Hassan Yusuf, Matt Polster, who had a bungle of a time for the first goal for LAFC. Thank you, Dakuk. Appreciate that. Matt Polster, who had a rough one for sure. Ignatius Ganago, who has 1 goal and 3 assists in MLS play after starting the season in French Ligue 1 side Nantes, 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 that team. That's where he started this season. Of course, in the midfield is their captain and designated player, the 2021 MLS MVP. What a year for the New England Revolution, by the way. All kinds of record setting that year for them. They had the goalkeeper of the year. They had the MLS MVP in Carlos Hill, and he's got 9 goals and 9 assists in MLS play this season, about to be in double digits in both of those categories. I thought this was a fun one. Now, I know Latif Blessing would have this record if he got any playing time whatsoever, but since coming into the league in 2018, Carlos Hill is the most fouled player in MLS with over 430 fouls, I believe the stat is. He has been fouled quite a bit since coming into MLS. He is one of those players that you pay good money to watch. Carlos Hill is incredibly talented, and rounding out the lineup is Luca Mangione and Leo Campagna with his 5 goals, and he had a couple of good shots at Hugo Lloris. Caleb Porter would go on to bring on 4 substitutes over the course of the match. Thomas Chenkele, Tanner Beeson, Jackson Ewell, and Brandon Bai. Brandon Bai, who spent his entire MLS career with New England. I think if they have a ring of honor, he's going to be inducted into it at some point. That's how long he's been playing there. Let's go through the 4-3-3 for LAFC. In goal, Hugo Lloris, no surprise there. Ryan Hollingshead and Kosi Tafari. Captain? I think Hugo Lloris was the captain. I got to double check who had the armband in this one. Eddie Segura and Sergi Palencia. So Ryan Hollingshead and Kosi Tafari, Sergi Palencia, and Eddie Segura. In the midfield, no surprise with Timothy Tillman, Igor Jesus, and Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch Delgado. David Martinez on one side, Denis Bouanga on the other, and getting his first start in an LAFC uniform. And oh, by the way, playing the full 90-plus minutes was Son Heung-min. No surprise that he's getting the start. He came into LAFC match fit as he was ready to go in preseason for Tottenham Hotspur. But he gets the full 90 already on turf, by the way, in New England. So that was a little bit of a surprise, but cool to see. LAFC would only substitute on 3 players: Nathan Ordaz, Matthew Chonier, and Artem Smolyakov. So let's get into the game recap. And I thought it took about 6 or 7 minutes before we saw finally something that we would see that was a little different in the Son Heung-min era versus the unfortunate failure that was the Olivier Giroud era. I thought, honestly, A nice long probing ball for Son Heung-min already kind of shows the difference between our offense with Son and what we tried to be with Olivier Giroud. I loved what we did over and over and over again with Sonny in this one, as he's still got some wheels left, folks, unlike Olivier Giroud, who, by the way, was offside again on a near goal-scoring opportunity over in France. I promise I'm not hate watching Olivier Giroud at this point, but when I got sent the clip of him being offside and still missing a goal-scoring opportunity again, all I thought was, oh my goodness, you're absolutely right. Yeah, David Jimenez saying that I called it with Sonny starting. Let's get to my score prediction at the end of the game as well. Somebody on here said 2-0. I think it was me, actually. I think it was me. But we'll talk about that more later. In the 11th minute, Igor Jesus has not done this since very early in the season. The kid has played magnificently for LAFC for most of the season. But we saw it happen once earlier in the season, and it happened again here against New England and a very talented Leo Campagna, trying to do way, way too much with the ball all by himself in our own box, and he gets dispossessed. Really frustrating effort there for sure. He got dispossessed, and thank goodness for Hugo Lloris, and thank goodness that Campagna didn't have a very good angle, but it was the first of what I believe were 5 saves. Excuse me, 5 saves in the match for LAFC. An excellent match for Hugo Lloris. He continues to be amazing. Didn't have to make any real tough saves in this one. Was always in the right places where he needed to be. In the 18th minute, by the way, Hugo has to make another off of a corner kick as Carlos Hill crosses it in, and Ignatius Ganago's header was kind of pushed away. It was like an awkward header right towards that near post there. But still, you're talking about 18 minutes into the match, Hugo already having to make 2 saves. LAFC not really looking very threatening. In fact, LAFC for most of the first half was a snooze fest. It wasn't until, the 27th minute where Sonny woke up the crowd a little bit there. Matt Turner punching the corner kick from David Martinez away. And then Sonny had a nice little one-touch to settle it, and he took that wide strike right at goal. But it was nice, right? We finally got to see, okay, Sonny's ready to go. He had that one touch and then took it with his left foot, it looked like, and just pushed it just wide of that far post to the right of goal to where he was standing. So a nice little moment, right, where, look, all the defenses are still going to key on Denis Bouanga, but it's nice to have Sonny there to say, like, okay, don't forget about me, by the way. I scored over 100 goals in the Prem, had over 100 assists in the Prem as well. They make a quick check on Ile Feingold going down in the box, but nothing there at about the 30-minute mark. And, I mean, I absolutely love Carlos Hill. If you saw that little back heel that he had in the 35th minute, it was a beautiful little back heel to Leo Campagna. But his shot from distance well over the bar, and that ends the snooze fest. That is the first half. I thought New England was the far more dangerous side, although according to MLS Soccer stats on the Apple TV broadcast, both sides managed a whopping 0.15 expected goals, which is pretty terrible. LAFC with 2 shots, none on target in the first half. I liked Nkosi Tafari playing very, very good in the middle, twice able to beat his man to the spot and snuff out some crosses. And for the Revolution, I thought Fofana was excellent in defending, especially in and around his own box. Mamadou Fofana looked very, very good in that one. And it was really going to be what kind of strings, what would Steve Cherundolo pull? What would Steve Cherundolo do in terms of changing his tactic? And I thought changing his tactic was that LAFC put the pressure on just a little bit more coming out in the second half. You have David Martinez, who if he doesn't slip and fall, maybe he gets a better shot on that one. Not a great game from David Martinez for sure in this one. But then a beautiful little combination play to get Denis Bouanga a shot attempt, but that one was well high. But you see the first couple of minutes, now LAFC back out on the front foot, somewhere where they really hadn't been very often in the first half. And then I thought the highlight of the match was almost there in the 50th minute. as David Martinez finds Timothy Tillman, finds Son Heung-min, who takes a couple of touches, that quick step over, and rocketed it just wide of the near post. I'm not sure Matt Turner would have been able to get to it if Sonny would have been able to keep that one on target. But it was a quick giveaway by the New England Revolution. Absolutely terrible by Matt Polster. But you only knew that if you were in the stadium. Apple TV cut away to show a highlight during the middle of play. What are we doing? You wait until the ball goes out of bounds. Matt Turner tried for a quick restart, got the ball to Matt Polster, and Matt Polster forgot what team he played for at that point, because his pass goes to a high-pressing Timothy Tillman, who I'm pretty sure is not on the New England Revolution. Polster gives the ball to Timothy Tillman. Tillman gets it near-ish. Heung-min's son, he didn't get credit for an assist on this one, but his pressure forces the ball back out, and it finds Mark Delgado. And from distance into the top corner, where we keep the good stuff, top corner it was. And LAFC leading 1-0. After the takeaway there, Mark Delgado, a beautiful job to put that ball in the top corner, opposite side. He was on the left of goal. Ball sneaks into the top shelf, the right of goal. And for the 67th time under Steve Cherundolo, LAFC scores first. And in those 67 times now, in the 67 times that LAFC has scored first under Steve Cherundolo, we have lost 3. 3 of those matches. 1, 2, 3. 3 of those matches in 67 tries when LAFC scores first. So LAFC scoring first on this one. How about the 3rd goal on the season for Mark Delgado, his 25th in Major League Soccer play? And here's the beautiful thing about Mark Delgado this season. Mark Delgado has played 14 seasons. 14 seasons in Major League Soccer. This is his 10th goal contribution for LAFC. And we're obviously, 2/3 of the way done with the season? He's never had double-digit goal contributions in a season before. He is at a career-high goal contributions in Major League Soccer this year. And he has been, without a doubt, one of our most important and incredible players. So there we go. Fluffhead, I have to find that number out. So Fluffhead has asked in the chat here, how many games have we won conceding first under Steve Cherundolo? I'm going to try to look that up. Remind me, maybe next episode I can have that number for you. When we score first, out of the 67 matches, we've only lost 3. When we concede first, sometimes it seems like we've only won 3, right, Fluffhead? So we'll have to go back and check that out. But I appreciate you keeping me on my toes, as always. Right after the goal, Caleb Porter has seen enough. He gets Ignatius Ganago out of there for Thomas Chenkele. Thomas Chenkele, by the way, a designated player who does not start. Thomas Chenkele, a designated player who does not start for the New England Revolution, coming on in the 62nd minute. LAFC vet. Check out the beginning of the episode. I actually talk about this. This is the United We Play match top that they've been wearing for the last couple of matches pre-match. So check it out. It's on sale right now at Adidas for like $50 right now too. So you can go check that out. In the 63rd minute, Igor Jesus again. Look, Igor, buddy, I love you. I love the way that you've played. But you got dispossessed again, this time by Thomas Chenkele by being a little careless with the ball. Chenkele dispossesses, finds Leo Campagna, and he misses wide again. And I thought this was a period of about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes right after the Thomas Chenkele substitution, where the New England Revolution did what they wanted with the ball for about, like I said, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. That miss gives the Revolution a corner as it was deflected out. And it was a great run by the 17-year-old Miller. This young kid, watch for Peyton Miller. He's just 17 years old. He plays on the back line for New England Revolution. I think he could be a kid who he might have to play in this league until he's about 20 or 21, and then he's going to go off somewhere. and do some good stuff. Really like Peyton Miller on the back line. And then Langoni with a shot that kind of looked like a cross, but I guess it was a shot. I don't know. But Hugo Lloris makes a save in the 65th minute. And then Matt Turner forced to make a save. It looked like Son Heung-min wanted this ball back from David Martinez. David Martinez did not play with his head up in this one very much. When he felt like he wanted to shoot, he was certainly going to shoot. It was a great run up the left side of the field, 68th minute. I mean, you had Denis Bouanga with a perfect pass to Ryan Hollingshead. Ryan Hollingshead to Son to David Martinez, but a solid, easy save from Matt Turner. And then Carlos Hill kind of testing Hugo Lloris from distance there in the 69th minute. In the 70th, we bring on Nathan Ordaz, who was Lafferty's player to watch in this one. Nathan Ordaz on for David Martinez. So he's going to get 20 minutes to do something, and do something Nathan Ordaz certainly does. Very, very happy about the way that Nathan Ordaz played in this one. A couple minutes later, Timothy Tillman makes an absolute mess of a 3-on-3 break. Timothy Tillman just looks lost with the ball at his feet right now. I love Timothy Tillman. He is a wonderful human being and a very good soccer player. But man, with the ball at his feet lately, if he's got a break going, I don't know what's going to happen when Timothy Tillman has that ball at his feet. In this case, he messed up a pretty good 3-on-3 break. We had Sonny taking a couple of corner kicks in a row. That was cool to see Sonny on corner kick duty for a little bit. Although Sonny's a tall dude, I kind of want him in the box. Let's see if he can. Let's see if he can. I don't know, jump in there and get a couple of corner kicks there. But Fluffhead, I love that one there. But I don't know. I like Sonny taking the corners. In the 79th minute, Mark Delgado comes off, the goal scorer earlier in the half, comes off for the other goal scorer in the match to bury the lead there, Matthew Chonier, as Philly likes to call him, Chonies. Matthew Chonier coming on. Remember, Matthew Chonier is a 2-time All-Star and Canadian men's national team player. If I'm Timothy Tillman, I'm looking over my shoulder a little bit. Not Mark Delgado, maybe Igor Jesus a little bit. I don't know. But I think it's pretty clear the way that he's able to make those runs and fill those channels, especially now with a player like Sonny on the pitch for LAFC. I think it's a huge thing to have Matthew Chonier out there. In the 80th minute, in the Philly minute, Heung-min Son draws a foul for a free kick after a nice little 1-2 between him and Denis Bouanga. And of course, it's Sonny who takes that free kick, but he kicks it right at Matt Turner, the easiest save that Turner would have all night. Hugo Lloris would make a beautiful save in the 85th minute as Tanner Beeson has a nice header off of a cross into the box. Jackson Ewell and Brandon Bai coming on in the 86th, and Igor Jesus with a smart foul in the 87th minute, although he might have been a little lazy getting back. A smart foul, and then, I mean, look, we haven't done this in a while, but this was like our wait, what moment of the match, and it was Hugo Lloris. A massive, massive save in the 88th minute. I am telling you right now. Oh, so Jay Lim, by the way, hold on, more on Hugo Lloris' save in the 88th minute in a minute. This is why I like, we have this new influx of people who've watched Son Heung-min an awful lot more than I have. Here's the comment from Jay Lim on YouTube. Thank you so much. You don't really want to have Son in the box. He's better taking the corners. Interesting. I like it. I would still, look, I'm just saying, maybe he's a better corner kick taker. I'll have him take the corners. That's totally fine. He can get all the assists. I just want to make sure we're putting him in the best spot that we can. Fluffhead bring up 88 miles per hour. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, we won't need roads. I absolutely, really, really excited. This kit is on MLS Store, and they only have medium and large sizes left at $56. Oh, bummer. Check over on Adidas too. I think it was on sale for like $52 over on Adidas. Sorry, Squirrel, ADHD. That's what you get when you got Scarf here by himself. 88th minute, a massive save by Hugo Lloris, a beautiful build-up by New England. Leo Campagna with a nice little back heel to Carlos Hill, out to Brandon Bai, and Brandon Bai's low cross to Tomasz Chenkele, saved by a diving Hugo Lloris. What a save by Hugo. Not the best save of the night, but the best save of the night by Hugo Lloris for sure. And on the break, by the way, Hugo makes the save, and on the break, it is a yellow card to Mamadou Fofana, a smart one, as Sonny was on the break. But in the 90th minute, oh my goodness. No, excuse me. 90th minute was just the easy save on Nathan Ordaz. Sonny should have had his first assist a little bit earlier, but Nathan Ordaz needs to do a lot better with that ball there in the 90th minute. In 2025, LSU considered first goal. Oh, here we go. There we go. So this is Daniel Yao, who was checking out some stats for us, and I haven't had time to check his numbers, but I'm putting his chat, or his comment up here from the chat. In 2025, LAFC has conceded the first goal 10 times. We are 1, 5, and 4 in those 10 times. All I will say is that's just about what I thought it would be. That's about right. 1 win, 5 losses, 4 draws. Surprised we drew 4 of those. I feel like we've lost most of the matches. That's for sure. But that being said, Nathan Ordaz, you got to do a little bit more with that in the 90th minute. Artem Smolyakov coming on for Denis Bouanga in the first minute of stoppage, and all I thought was, oh God, don't take Denis out. Although Artem has played fantastically for us, and Artem should have had an assist on one of his first touches of the match. I mean, a play that would have made absolute rounds on the internet. Are you kidding me? Artem Smolyakov with a brilliant cross to Son Heung-min, and his header. What a save. Matt Turner, look, as a U.S. men's national team supporter, if we can get this version of Matt Turner, this was a great match by Matt Turner. I think he had 4 saves on the day. None better than this one. No one's going to keep out the Mark Delgado shot. And when you put a keeper on an island the way that we were able to on the second goal, not his fault either, although I bet Turner will tell you he could have had a better effort on it. But what a save by Matt Turner on Son Heung-min on that ball. He kind of slaps it away with his right paw as that beautiful cross from Artem comes over, headed down opposite way that Matt Turner was going. Fantastic save in the second minute. And you're thinking, all right, LAFC is going to get out of here with a 1-0 victory. But as they used to say on the NCAA football morning show with Lee Corso, not so fast, my friends. It's Nathan Ordaz to Son Heung-min to Mathieu Chonière. What an incredible 1, 2, 3 combination. And yes, I was opining at the beginning of this episode to get rid of the secondary assist. What I mean by that is stop putting them in the assist totals. Put a second category for secondary assists. That's great. That's fine. Secondary assists can be their own thing. In this case, it goes to Nathan Ordaz, a beautiful cross into the middle to Son Heung-min, and then to Mathieu Chonière as Sonny drew both defenders over to him, seeing Chonière there the whole time, and Mathieu able to put it opposite corner past a diving Matt Turner, and the assist to Son Heung-min, the goal to Mathieu Chonière. You have an El Salvador national team player passing to the Korean national team captain, passing to the Canadian men's national team player, kicking it behind the U.S. men's national team presumptive number 1 goalie. Talk about the diversity on the pitch. That's why I chose to wear this kit here today, as it's all about diversity in MLS. What an incredible goal there by LAFC. And Scarf Stradamus strikes again for the first time in a long time. Scarf gets a score prediction right. 2-0 LAFC. According to FotMob, Son Heung-min, the top-rated player in the match for LAFC, for all players for that matter, with an 8.4. Let's take a look at Sonny's stats. 49 touches in the match. I mean, that's 3 and 4 times what Olivier Giroud used to get, by the way. 49 touches, 5 in the opponent's box, 5 chances created, 2 shots on target, 1 assist, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, Ruben, that was Lafferty's score prediction. Mine was 2-0. I was much more subdued. Mine was 2-0. Either way, an incredible night for Son Heung-min. Not the best night for Denis Bouanga. Denis Bouanga really didn't generate anything in terms of offense. He was all smiles after the match, by the way, celebrating the win like a leader does, like what you would want to see from Denis Bouanga for sure. So he was still all smiles and everything, and that's much easier to do when you take away 3 points on the road. But I think he generated something like 0.06 XG in the match, which is not something that you want from your star striker. And where he really got hurt in this one, and this is where you got to, as Philly would say, tip your cap off to Mamadou Fofana. He was 3 for 13 on duels. Denis Bouanga losing 10 out of the 13 duels that he created in this match. It was a rough night. 5 great saves from Hugo Lloris, a beautiful duel there with Matt Turner. I know the goalkeepers never go against each other, but it was still pretty cool to see Matt Turner get outclassed by Hugo Lloris. His 9th clean sheet in Major League Soccer this season, tied for the second most. I think there are 5 keepers now who have 9 clean sheets, but Hugo's done it in just 22 matches. Yohei Takaoka, who I gave a lot of grief to at the start of the season, I didn't think he was a very good keeper last year, has completely shut me up. Got the win in the All-Star game. Got the win in the skills competition, and just, I don't know. He's had a great season. He has 11 clean sheets, so I apologize to Yohei Takaoka. One more match on the road for LAFC. LAFC traveling to beautiful Frisco, Texas. That's right. Frisco, Texas. Sonny wanted to see the United States. We've let him. Chicago, beautiful city. Boston, beautiful city. Frisco, also part of the United States in Texas. There it is. Maybe he'll enjoy the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame there. When is there going to be an MLS Hall of Fame? We need an MLS Hall of Fame in the United States. We've been around the league. We've been in the world 30 years now. Let's get an MLS Hall of Fame. Let's get rid of the secondary assist before we get the MLS Hall of Fame. Some not so much love for Steve Trundolo in the chat. Not sure what more he can do in this one. A 2-0 victory for LAFC over the Revolution. But that being said, Ange Postecoglou, if you're watching next season, we got an opening. So I'm just saying. So August 23rd against Dallas. LAFC now 40 points on the season, 11 wins on the season. We're doing things the way that we used to do it, looking good, except if we want to win the West, we are still 12 points back of San Diego. Yes, we have 3 matches in hand. 3 matches in hand. But that doesn't make up the 12 points. We've got to have them stub their toe or hiccup or something. And they got another late goal tonight by Anders Dreyer to win 2-1 in their match. So even though we have 3 matches in hand on them, they still got the 12-point lead. So I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to catch, even though obviously we're going to be playing a lot better with Sonny in the lineup, with Matthew Chonier, with Ryan Porteous. Once he comes into the lineup, I think he's going to be huge on the back line for us. But that being said, this has been almost a 55-minute solo scarf endeavor. You guys have had to hear me talk the entire flipping time. I think LAFC will certainly be a top 4 team, according to David Jimenez. Do I think LAFC end up in the top 4? Yes. I think that we are going to get all the way up to 2nd place. I really do. But I'll say this. We've got to win that home match against San Diego if we want to be in second place. If we lose that match, that's going to make it a lot harder. Obviously, at that point, if we lose that match, then San Diego might as well walk home with the Western Conference title. But I think we need a full 3 points. Lunch Special Geo, not loving the front office, not loving Steve Cherundolo. And look, I get it. We represent all viewpoints on this. You are allowed to dislike Steve Cherundolo. We've questioned Steve several times. We've questioned the front office a couple of times. Although I love that our club, man, our club swings big. Our club swings big. We got a Premier League starting center back in Ryan Porteous. We got a Canadian men's national team starter and two-time All-Star in Matthew Chonier. And we brought in Sonny. And the window is still open, people. The window is still open. We could do more. Yes, there are rumors about Gio Reyna. I don't think that's going to happen. But imagine who LAFC is still looking at. And now that we do have Son, and now that we have proof that it works, we're going to bring more people on, you guys. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. So with that being said, LAFC ends this match in 5th place. We take on Dallas August 23rd in beautiful Frisco, Texas. And y'all, I've talked for almost an hour. It's time to have another little sip of the tea and call it a night. But again, thank you guys all so much. You know how we like to end each and every one of these episodes, and to everybody in the chat. Obviously, Ruben, our guy who is as loyal as anybody in the chat for us, Henry, David, Coog, Fluffhead. We love you guys so much. And to all of our new listeners in and around, I don't know, the greater South Korea area, we love you and we appreciate you so much. Come back and join us for every single episode. You guys have a wonderful evening, and bye-bye.